This was weird and also crazy. Kalshi, which is a competitor to Polymarket. I'll pull it up and y'all can see it. So this is a app, obviously, like you can just, it's the same fucking thing as Polymarket, right? And so you can just look at politics. It's the same website, literally the same website. And they have partnered with CNN. They partnered with CNN. So you have a, let me get this straight. You have a prediction market gambling website that has partnered with a news agency. Whoa. God damn. We had Gamba on the sports. Now we get Gamba on the news. Time to make bank? Exactly. Now, what does this tell you? What does this tell me? What does this tell everybody? That CNN is going fucking broke. That's what's going on. They are running out of money. And it's only a matter of time. And now they have made the Faustian Pact. You run a news company, and you are now partnering with a fucking betting website. So people can bet on the news that you run. Gentlemen, if down bad had a page in the dictionary, it would look like this. Man. Everybody's run out of money? Yep, exactly. People trust Kalshi odds better than CNN polls? That's actually... No, you're right. They did this so they could be more relevant. See, because obviously nobody trusts CNN. It's full of a bunch of fucking retards. So they had to go and use a betting website to legitimize themselves. That's how bad CNN is that they have to be legitimized by a gambling website. It's not that they're not legitimizing the gambling website website's legitimizing them. So they're going to have betting odds inside of CNN. That's what this is saying, right? I mean, this is an AI output, right? So it could be wrong. But I think that you could expect that's going to happen. Chief data analyst Henry Ensign will incorporate the data shown via ticker. So, shown via a ticker during relevant coverage on events from topics like politics to economics. Kalshi's markets, which accurately predicted the 2024 election, draw from traders' financial stakes to reflect collective views. Oh my God. So now gambling is going to be in every single facet of our lives. Like, you're a kid, you gamble on loot boxes. You get older, you gamble on sports betting. You get older than that, now you're gambling in Las Vegas. After that, you get done, and now you care about politics because you're older. Guess what you're doing? You're gambling on politics. That's right. Oh my fucking God. So, yep, there we go. Check streamer awards on Kalshi. I mean, I don't know, gambling and politics. Yes, this is how it is. This is wild. I know. Kalshi is the news now, which is the natural evolution of American media when you think about it. Well, it's because the media sucks. That's the reason why. The future of news is here. Market-based, real-time, and accurate. Oh, my God. Who is this? Is she from CNN? She's the founder of Kalshi. Let the people trade. Wow. And so, sweet man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. I can smell the insider trading from here. The prediction markets were right again. Yep, there we go, guys. And so I think this is a huge story. I'm going to be honest. CNN partnering directly with a gambling platform that allows people to, and they're going to be probably running tickers on CNN, advertising gambling in real time to their entire audience. So the polls that predicted the 2024 election would be close, it was not. Polls are influenced by biases. Prediction markets are more objective. Yes, they are. Why would you bet on polls if you could bet on what people bet on? Because people will vote on a poll and they will give their opinion of like what they want to have happen or what they want to hear people say, what people want to hear them say. But whenever it comes to putting their money down and making a decision with their actual money, then intelligence comes out. Now it's reasonability. Now it's rationality, because stupid people don't keep their money for very long. That's it. Polls have a big problem known as collection bias. Oh, there's a million versions of that. I think polling as a method of data collection is just in general, it's completely biased. It's totally biased. Anybody that knows anything about how you can collect data knows that you could do 50 different ways of obfuscating data. And it's that simple. It is. Exactly. And also, like, all of these polls, really, whenever they're all wrong, then why would you even listen to them? So yeah, there we go. Is this them talking about it? Wait, is this real?
One of the best ways we can look at this is the prediction markets, because they give you an indication of where people are putting their money where their mouth is. Right? Do they think that the tariffs, that these rebate checks are actually coming? And at this point, no.
Wow.
No, I mean, Trump tariffs, the tariff stimulus checks are sent
This
to
is a
Americans
new
by
world, gentlemen.
August of 2026.
We in a different
it's
place.
A 25% chance. That's a 1 in 4, so that's not nothing. But the American people right now are craving
this can't be real. Yes, it can.
It doesn't look like it is coming.
Is real.
Although I will note, John Berman,
look at that.
25%.
And they even, and here's the thing, is that probably as part of their partnership, they have to regularly bring up the prediction markets. So you're going to be hearing about this constantly.
Greater than this 6% who say that tariffs decrease prices, or that 5% back in March, which are just, you never see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%.
Wow.
So look, 25% ain't nothing, but at this point, it's low.
Yeah, it's interesting. The prediction markets think that only 1 in 4 chance that will actually happen there. Harry, great to see you. Thank you.
One of the best ways we can look at this is the prediction markets, because they give you an indication of where people are putting. The best ways we can look at this is the prediction markets, because they give you an indication of where people are putting their money where their mouth.
That is insane. And the thing is, that's funny, is that they're not even really wrong about it, but it's just crazy that like now you have a tracker and everything like this for this news website or news station that everybody is there. Feels like Asmon was the first place I heard predicting politics on betting websites. Other people probably thought about it, but Asmon said it explicitly. Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Like, I mean, you should never bet on what people say because people lie and they're stupid. But people that are smart put their money on things that they believe in, and those are the people that you should listen to. It's very simple. It's obvious. I remember, like, I thought the economy was going to collapse, and then I heard, like, Warren Buffett was investing a bunch of money. This is, like, 2010 or something like that. And I realized, like, okay, well, I mean, this guy knows way more than I do, and he's a fucking, like, he's an infinity billionaire, right? And so it's like, actually, things are going to be fine. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I've always based things off of, right? I really have. So this is Kalshi. This is their strategy here. So they recently partnered with CNN. I guess this is them talking about it.
You've mentioned multiple times that you think prediction markets will be bigger than the stock market. What is it going to take?
Well, I mean, the stock market in a way is a prediction market in itself. So, yeah.
To become $1 trillion asset class.
It's pretty much already like close to 100 billion a year of asset class, right? Like, it's pretty easy to imagine a 10x from here.
Yeah, sure.
Like, we haven't even started. It's been a year. I think a very large number of people care. Much larger than traditional markets. And I think retail as a pie has just been growing in the US, and I think it's going to keep growing. It's growing in the stock market, but it's growing outside of the stock market. The long-term vision is to financialize everything and create a tradable asset out of any difference in opinion. And I think if you do build a general purpose exchange that can resolve differences of opinions on anything, like the TAM is quite massive, quite a bit bigger than the current TAM of the stock market. I think putting aside sort of the retail trading and the institutional trading product, like there's sort of this separate product, which is like, we are living in a world where like we have an abundance of information, but there's a lot of noise, and like we don't really understand what's real from what's not. And prediction markets are an antidote to that. They do a very, very good job at distilling information.
I think that he's really right about this. And I think that he's right about the fact that prediction markets are a symptom of the disease of media lies. Because everybody knows the media is full of shit. But I think prediction markets have done a unique job in being able to present whether something is accurate or not and whether something is real or not in a way that's completely unbiased. At least for the time being, right? And so what the fuck is his point? His point is that I think that the people in general, like people in general, have had a growing distaste and disdain for the way that they're given information, because the information that people are given is seen to be biased, unfair, incomplete, or in one way or another misrepresentative. But now that you have a prediction market, this is something that's completely abstracted from a bias. It's abstracted from any type of, like a agenda. It's just very simply, where are people putting their money? And I think that the fact that, like, again, this is what happened with the election, is that the election proved that I think this is a viable business model. Yeah, prediction markets are real life fact checkers. But it's only from a pool that want to gamble, so it's a particular type of person. But it's a large enough pool for it to be a representative sample of the public. which is enough.
And surfacing truth to people. And you're seeing this sort of massive shift where like people are using them whenever they think about questions about the future, you know, whenever they're debating about anything. And I think that trajectory is going to keep going. That's a new consumer habit that I don't think is going to be undone.
I think that's true. And I think gambling is also very addictive, so you're going to see even more of that. Yeah, this is going to be this is the new normal, gentlemen. And, oh yeah, oh no, here we go. So this is the video that they did as a promotional. Wow. Yes, you can trust the news again. I love how, this is my favorite thing about it. The fact that CNN is being legitimized by a gambling website, that's how bad their credibility has become. Wow. That's what they get. Did CNN rebrand? Well, yeah, actually they did. They did. And also, now that CNN has done it, other companies will do that now too. Yep, now it's going to be happening everywhere. Now we're going to have gambling everywhere. This is the way it is. So, there it is. And, what the fuck is this here? If I find this. And, yeah, working class Americans. Yeah, if you can trust the news again, bro, it's the biggest cap ever. I need to teleport to a different world to stop seeing this one. Well, I think that, so Kalshi is more trustworthy on news specifically. Will everything be based on prediction market? So here's the reason why I would trust a prediction market more than the news. The reason why is because I think that every news website is totally biased. They're out there they want to swindle you. They want to manipulate you. They want you to believe things that aren't true. They want to take advantage of you, and they want to make money off of it. And so what they do is they do polling that is completely fucking done badly, right? There's a poll of 30 people, let's say, or they poll people in, like, let's say, oh, they poll 1,000 people and they're polling them at an expensive mall, and it turns out everybody there likes Donald Trump, right? Or you do some other sort of selection bias. There's 50,000 different selection biases that you could have. So you do biased polling, and then you report on the biased polling as if it's legitimate, and then the other news stations report on that biased polling, and it creates this human centipede of shit that is disguised as authority. And basically, people are sitting there trying to learn what the fuck is happening in the news, and they're just being lied to. And you can be lied to in red, or you can be lied to in blue. But the one thing that you can't be lied to in is green. And so you have people that are going to these prediction markets. They see, hey, you know what? Everybody's not betting on this. Maybe this isn't as real as they think it is. And that's something that's a lot more legitimate. Because why the fuck would you bet on what people say if you could bet on what people bet on? Because the things that people say are bullshit. People are going to say what makes them feel good. They're going to say oh yeah, this sounds good. This is what I want to happen. But whenever you look at the actual dollars, the money, whenever people actually have to have skin in the game, then you have a totally different recalibration. And that's what matters the most right there. I can't believe this isn't a bigger story. I really can't. This is a massive fucking surprise. Now we have the news is just being replaced by prediction markets. Oh my fucking God. So that's how it is now. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, CNN is partnering with Kalshi. And also, again, I think the biggest story with this is the fact that really, I mean, CNN's got to be down bad, right? I mean, you have to be massively down bad if you're not even able to do any of this stuff. Like, you've got to go and like make deals with a gambling website. Like, yeah, they're probably doing it for money, but still. CoffeeZilla is going to have a mental breakdown with this news. Well, no, here's the problem is like Coffee probably realizes this, and I think that a lot of people also realize it, is that the fact is that gambling won. It did. It won. Like, that's all there is to it. It literally just won. Like, the gambling is just simply, it is ubiquitous. It is commonplace. It's everywhere. And I am a guy, I was against gambling. But I also know when I know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And I'm not pushing against it anymore. I don't give a shit anymore. That's what I see, is that the entire world wants to do this. Who am I to tell them no? Oh, where's the farm to money? There ain't much land left? I don't know. Let the retards ruin their lives? Yeah, and you could say that too, right? Is this natural selection accelerationism? I don't know if it is, but I know it's going to behave that way. I do. It's going to behave that way because what's going to happen, here's what's going to happen with gambling, is that there are going to be so many people gambling that you're going to have people killing themselves because of gambling all the time. It's going to be normal. It's going to be normal that people commit suicide by gambling. It's going to be like somebody dies from like smoking a cigarette or something like that. And that's it. And I'm going to be honest, like if you get addicted to gambling and you ruin your fucking life over it, I might sound like an asshole, but I'll just say I don't have any sympathy for you. I do not feel bad for you even 1% because you knew what you were getting into. Every single person has been educated to the extent that you have a high school diploma. You know the way math works, or you didn't learn it in school. You're so fucking stupid. You thought you were special, and it turns out you were, but not in the way you thought you were, and now you fucking ruined your life. Too bad. Too fucking bad. At the end of the day, some people have to live with the consequences of their own behaviors. And that's it. Will gambling hold back the indoctrination and the introduction of UBI? Yeah, maybe it will. I don't know yet. So that's a good idea. It sounds like a good way to reintroduce slavery to work off debts. Yeah, I mean, I think that could maybe be a good idea. Have people all addicted to gambling, and then they need to basically go into indentured servitude in order to work off gambling debts. I like that. That sounds like that's smart. You know, because we obviously need to bring back slavery. It's very clearly going to come back. Now, how is it going to come back? We don't know yet. But maybe this is going to be a piece to the puzzle. We ever left? Yeah, we don't really have slavery now, right? It's not like the way it used to be. Should programming be introduced as mandatory school subject? No, it's getting replaced by AI and technology. That's really what the difference is. So yeah, it's getting clipped. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I really think that there will be conversations. So this is what all right. I'm gonna just say it. I think that basically what's happening is that so many of the people in the world right now are losing their jobs, and those people's IQ and capabilities mentally will never allow them to actually become a functioning member of society again, because so much of their jobs and jobs that would require the mental capacity that this person has, those jobs will be totally automated. So there will be no function and no use for, I would say, the majority of the population in any sort of a way that they could generate something that would create value to society. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a colossal underclass of people who are not just unemployed, but functionally never going to be employed, because there is no use that human being can have that would create a net positive effect on society that you couldn't just replace with robotics, technology, or resources. So that removes all that. So like, how do you deal with this, right? Do you turn people into batteries? Do you reintroduce slavery? Do you introduce a plague to kill everybody? I don't know. But one of these things I think is going to happen. And I think it's going to happen in our lifetime. I know it sounds crazy, but I want you to clip it and wait. That's it. I'm telling you. Yep. You're already talking about the majority in chat, if what you're saying is technically speaking? Yeah, except for you, because you're really smart, obviously. And feeding a human is already more energy they will generate? Well, I don't know, right? I mean, you'd have to, they could optimize that. I have no idea. So turn those people into RAM. Yeah, that's how you solve the RAM shortage. That's how we go and we create our artificial super intelligence, is we have to, it's like, you know, the God Emperor of mankind has to sacrifice 10,000 psychers a day in order to maintain his existence, in order to keep him alive. And so, like, what if the super intelligence requires, like, a fucking, an amount of human energy to be used in order to keep it into a thousand? Is it 1,000? I thought it was 10,000, right? But, yeah, either way, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So we already have the blueprint. We already have it locked in. So, yeah, I didn't know Nick that. Yeah, exactly. No, I know about it. Any sort of weird shit like that, I know all about. But anyway, Star Trek becomes closer to reality and shift labor centered value to other things, maybe? Labor, other things. Well, what other thing could have value? But yeah, anyway, that's where I think we're going. That's where I think society is going as a whole. And I think that wealth inequality right now is the best that it will ever be. I think it's going to get so much worse, so much faster, people have no idea.